Here we go. So I've had a few clients and students asking me about having an in-person session, and I have to admit, I do enjoy holding my client's hand. It is part of the connection. But online is really wonderful. Even before COVID, I had some online sessions with my students and clients, and so you can always do that. So, just a little bit about me and Theta Healing. I have been a Theta Healing practitioner since 2008, and I've been a Master Theta Healer since 2016. So, in the years in between, the more I practiced, the better I got. So, having faith in yourself and faith in your connection with the creative energy that made you is really important. So, how do you dig up some faith? How do you find some way? Just ask. Find yourself in a quiet moment. And they can be micro meditations. You can take really short times to connect in with the creative energy that made you and ask for help. You can ask for help from angels. You can ask for help from your guides. So there are so many aspects of the spiritual life that we're a little uncomfortable with as humans, but I'm here to tell you, you're totally allowed to. So let's just do a little bit of that, where if you are in a Theta Healing session with me, I will always ask for your permission. And if you have a lot of piled up fears and resentments, we'll just start working on them. And I'll ask your permission. Can I pull away that feeling of sadness, that feeling of regret, those fears? So there's so many underlying, unconscious beliefs that you have. So let's go ahead and do a little breathing and do a little connecting with your heart, connecting with your own inner faith in yourself, faith in your connection to all that is divine. So feeling into what you're allowed to believe versus what you do believe. You've got some unconscious thoughts there that we can let go of in a session. So go ahead and join me, taking in a nice deep breath and feeling yourself centered. And I really love to center and ground my energy, imagining that I'm a tree, imagining that my attention and my energy is going down, down, down into the earth. So if you're in a natural setting, that's pretty easy to imagine. Oh, I'm a tree. So imagining that you have that connection to this beautiful earth on purpose. You are here on purpose. You have a purpose. So breathe that in. If you would like it, I'll go ahead and download this video to allow you to receive that. I know what it feels like. It is safe for me, and I know who I am when I'm always connected to this planet, right? And then would you like to know what it feels like to have your purpose, that you're aware of your purpose? Here we go. Let's go ahead. Connect yourself. And I'm asking for the creator of all that is to give you this as a download, that you know who you are, you know what it feels like, it's safe and possible. You're even allowed to be a part of your family and to be totally connected to the creative energy that made you. Both at the same time. Yes, you are here on purpose. You have a beautiful spiritual plan for your life. Pick it up. You're allowed to say yes. Nice deep breath in. And then I'd like for you to remember that connection with the earth. But then you're going to allow your essence, your attention, your creativity to float on up above your body, to go beyond the earth, go beyond the universe, going higher and faster. And you can imagine lots of different layers of lights. You can imagine yourself going through different shades, white and dark, gold, pink, and allow yourself to be always connected. All right? There you go. So connecting, going higher and higher. And allow yourself to be surrounded by a vision of pink mist, by a light that is pink, which is a symbol for us of compassion. And just allow yourself to be enveloped in this beautiful pink mist. And then give yourself the feeling of going higher into your own special connection with God, the Creator, the universe, all that is. Knowing that there's unconditional love here and it's unconditional love for you. You might feel yourself going into a little rapid eye movement, and you're still feeling your body totally safe, totally healthy, connecting totally with the universe, with love, with the creative energy that made you. And let's ask for that. Help us to always remember that we are a divine spark, that we are children of God, that we are children of love. Help me to always remember. There you go. So that's a really nice thing to ask. And many, many times, it's the best thing that you can do, is to feel your connection, recognize that you're really here on purpose. All right, so let's go ahead, keep yourself here, imagining maybe that you have some sparkling, tingling lights around you and that you can feel your body receiving healing from that beautiful, loving energy. And knowing that you're totally connected and totally safe. And that feels like it'll be really, really nice for you for today. So let's go ahead and say yes if you would like to feel this, like to remember this always. Never forget. So let's go ahead and feel into your amazing body with your own divine purpose, your own connection to all that is divine. And imagine that you know what it feels like to totally listen to the voice of God, that you know how to receive guidance, and you know how to ignore any voices of fear, any voices of anger, that you know what it feels like and that you can release those feelings of anger and doubt, resentment. It's going to be so much better for you, so much lighter for you to go through your day without having to fight through anger and trying to figure out what is true. You need to listen to your inner wisdom. Focus yourself and allow that to happen. How does that sound? Alrighty. So if you've followed my words, that's like a guided meditation. It is like a focused prayer. It is focusing your thoughts. So that is always really good for you. People who teach mindfulness teach that sort of idea, that you may want to burn a candle and allow it to remind you to pay attention, to calm your thoughts down, to relax. So let's look at that difference between in person and online. In person, the only difference is we may have to get some more water. We want to be hydrated. When you're online, it's up to you to be hydrated. If it's bathroom time, you do that. So you see there's not much of a difference. And you can check in. Is it time for me to get some assistance in this way on a Zoom call online? Is it time for me to look up Jill or my next closest Theta healer? Because I think you'll really like it. We work with all of those unconscious fears and beliefs, resentments and regrets. That helps you to feel lighter once you let go of them. And this is using the energy of God, the creator of all that is, our Father, our Mother, our divine Father, our Mother. And you can see that how you see it, and you can find yourself connected. So in person, not much of a difference. Online, also not much of a difference. So we have classes coming up. I would love to see you at an online class if you are not close by. And that's coming up towards the end of September. And then we also have another class coming up at the end of October, and that will be in person at a retreat center. So that's going to be fun. So I really like the idea of I'm going to drive to a place and I'm going to just be focused on my own spiritual growth for 3 whole days, parts of 3 days. So thinking about that, you could do that. And then there's plenty of breaks for food and bathroom breaks, and maybe to go sit by the water and read or maybe journal, reflect on what you're learning. So the same thing happens with an online class, except it will be within a Zoom call. So here's the secret. There's not much difference. So I hope to see you soon. I love seeing people in person after I've worked with them online, and vice versa. It's like, oh, there you are. I recognize you. So that's the way it is. You have guides around you. You have amazing people who may be acting like angels to protect you and help you. And then you also have angels that you may not see with your physical eyes, but they are there. And we are all part of this big community. And if there's anyone that is a little weird or creepy, you have the authority as a child of the light. You are a child of love. You're allowed to say, I don't like you. Go to the light. Or that's weird energy. Go to the light. So I don't know if you remember when you were in school and some students might be out in the hallway. Not that you did this yourself, but you heard that there were students out in the hall without a hall pass. And you see guidance counselor, cafeteria manager, principal, and they'd say, where are you supposed to be? Show me your pass. Go to the cafeteria. Go to the guidance office. And they would just do that kind of authority, right? That's what kind of authority we have. You need to go to the light and get cleaned up. Anytime you're feeling fearful or not sure, and you feel like there's somebody bothering you, you can send them to the light. You get to be that high vibration, that loving energy. Sound good? So one more breath in. I'd like for you to receive this, that I know what it feels like to always be connected to love. I know who I am when I connect to my own faith in myself. I know what it feels like to be part of the loving flow. I know what it feels like, and I know who I am, and it's safe for me to be on my path to bring love to the world. So let yourself breathe that in and know that you are loved.